have Nick, the pig, as a friend.
Rather have me as a friend than me fucking you. Just told me last night, Michelle. How are you, folks? Welcome to the live lineup where you get all these shows for free. All these handsome fellas. Very white, very male, very unusual. Not like the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get all those. And if you want to watch this stuff ad-free, you sign up for Rumble Premium. And today I will be talking about, I'm doing this by memory because I let the thing roll by. Took one Ambien last night. Fucking couldn't recognize my car in the driveway this morning. I was trying to get into some neighbor's car. That fucking stuff. It's great. I feel a little rested today, but I don't know what it does long term. Man, you're fucking retarded. So I'll be talking about all kinds of horseshit. We got, of course, I'll touch on the Super Bowl. That should be quick. And all the cultural shit that comes with the Super Bowl. Normally I wouldn't even, but that's the more, when it comes to, that makes the news. All the stuff surrounding the Super Bowl. And that's because, I don't know, somewhere along the line in our 60 Super Bowls, Hollywood decided they had to stick their filthy beaks in and turn it into a fucking, Burning Man concert, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And, and it drives me nuts because you hear athletes and these young athletes. I mean, Terrell Owens was saying this when he was with the 49ers. We're entertainers. No, you're not. You're not. I'll say this again. You're not. You're fucking pro athletes. And by the way, that's way harder than being an actor or a fucking singer or whatever the fuck. Way harder. I've done both, and I've failed at both. Now, let me tell you something. But people think, and I think this is pretty brilliant because I said this, and Breitbart put it on his thing. He had a guy writing for something to do with Hollywood. And I said, just because somebody finds what you're doing for a living entertaining doesn't make you an entertainer. Like, there are people who like to watch child porn. Are the guys fucking those kids entertainers? I thought it was a pretty good point. I brought it up on Meet the Press, and somebody threw a phone at my head. I think it was Anthony Weiner. Do you know what I'm saying? The whole halftime show just, an hour long? And I noticed there wasn't that much build-up this year to the Super Bowl. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But it seems like in years past, like 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, you couldn't, And then the week of, every day you put on TV, there'd be, I went to ESPN, because the world changed. I went to ESPN on the day of the Super Bowl, just out of curiosity to see. And I put it on Twitter or X. I go to the homepage. It's a picture of LeBron James talking with a coach. And then the first three stories about the NBA, college hoops. And then the third one down was a Super Bowl. On Super Bowl Sunday, the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN. Worldwide leader in woke horse shit. It's going the way of the dodo bird. Might as well get right into it. I'm talking about it now. Let's just sum up all the entertainment and all the shit. Could you have a more anti-white, anti-American? First you get Bad Bunny. We all know it's coming. Puerto Rican. Not one word of English. During an event on TV that literally will get the highest ratings of the year in America, all over the place, and not one word of English. So that's a slap in the face. Number two, they had to break out the Black National Anthem again. I don't even know if they televised that part or not. If they did, I would have walked out of the fucking room. Even black people don't like that, by the way. The ones that have some white in them and get it. Oh, Nick, that's terrible. Oh, fuck off. Do you know what I'm saying? No, there are a lot of black people. I guarantee it. I don't even know Jason Whitlock's take. I guarantee it's the same of mine. There's one nation, one flag. Oh, my God. What the fuck? I don't know. I think the Jews are involved with that angle. I'm not. You don't hear much of this on the Today Show or Good Morning. Somebody wants us to pity them for the rest of their lives. Other than that, it's a third party doing it. It's really why I think like the Candace Owens and the who's my boy? Tucker Carlson and a few others have a beef with it. It has something. I know it has a lot to do with foreign policy and them having too much sway over our country and banking and all that. But it's got a lot to do with culture too, I think. At least, I don't know. I could be wrong. So what? I'm not the first one to blame the Jews for something that wasn't their fault. So you had that, right? So you had the Black National Anthem. You had Puerto Rican, all Spanish halftime show. You had Green Day. My fantasy, again, used to sleep with, whoever, Pam Anderson. Now it's to run into a couple of guys from Green Day at the mall and just get a running start. I picture them, I've thought this out. They're walking by like the Baby Gap. I see them from the side. I get about a 50-yard run, especially the blonde kid that sings, and hit him from the side, and he goes right through that glass. And he lands on the ground covered in blood, and a little baby bonnet lands on his head. That's right. That's my fantasy. They have become what they used to hate. They are the establishment. That's how stupid they are. They don't even realize it. They are the establishment. All that woke, PC, anti-American shit, that is the culture. They're not anti-culture. They're as safe as you can get. That's why they had them there. And they're saying fuck America in the song. People are upset because NBC had to bleep the fuck. They're not upset that they were saying fuck America in the first place. You pick up on any of this, folks? Probably not. You got a life, but what am I going to talk about when I show up here on Monday? Oh! Not for nothing, T. What the fuck is that? What else did you have? You had Bad Bunny. You had those douchebags, the Black National Anthem. I guess there was a commercial, a pro-commercial for ICE. But in what I read, maybe I read it wrong, it said some of the country saw this commercial. I don't know if that's true or if everybody saw it. You can let me know. Call 1-800, I don't have a phone. But there was a we'll show that. We got that. I forget how to do the show. But let me get back to the Super Bowl. Seattle savors a second Super Bowl. Oh, by the way, I made the Chinese ribs, Alice. Yeah. I couldn't find it. I was going to do the chili, but the brisket, I couldn't find. There was only a couple left, and they didn't, they look like human ribs, so I stayed away from them. My wife doesn't like human meat. I did with the Chinese rib. Have we done that one? Oh, no.
I think we only did the Korean.
The Korean wings we did. But the Chinese ribs, you guys will kill me if I do this for you guys when we do another one, if we ever do another one. You're going to kill me for holding this one back on you. It's better than any Chinese ribs you ever in a restaurant. Looks just like them, too. That's right. I put red dye number 9 in there. I ain't no pussy. 63. I've been eating that shit my whole life. They were so in the crock pot, folks. 4 to 6 hours. Fucking fell apart again like a cancer patient that has meat falling off the bone. Oh. And then I made a Chinese cabbage dish that I stumbled over on YouTube. You close your eyes, I'm making this all the time. It was just, shredded cabbage, fucking shredded carrots, and onion basically, and you know what? A little oyster sauce, a little soy sauce, some type of jizz. Oh my God. It's just a stir fry. All that shit shrinks down. I threw mushrooms in it. Phenomenal. And you can make that. I stumbled over this funny Chinese guy doing the voiceover on YouTube. Take head of cabbage. He goes, cut with the left hand. It says you got to use your left hand. What are they, busting our balls? They're probably busting us balls even in cooking things. It was very funny. That was my meal. And, of course, my white rice, which I like duck sauce on. For the second time in franchise history, the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Yay for them. As was the case 12 years ago when the Seahawks won their first Super Bowl, Sunday's 29-13 win over the New England Patriots was the result of a dominant defense performance, with the Seahawks keeping New England off the scoreboard for the first 3 quarters before they finally found the end zone, already trailing by 3 scores. The Seahawks sacked Drake May 6 times. Yes, they have a fierce defense, no doubt about it. And they had 3 takeaways, including a 45-yard Uchenna Nwosu pick 6, which was made possible by a hit on Drake May by Devin Witherspoon. That was originally credited as a sack/forced fumble before being changed to an interception because it popped right in his hand. Wait a minute, how the fuck's that an interception? He didn't throw it forward, right? Kind of popped up. Whatever, good for you. Does it matter? Another takeaway, a Derek Hall forced sack and fumble set up Seattle's lone offensive touch. Patriots defense did their job, folks. They did their fucking jobs. By the fourth quarter, you're like, they're going to get wounded. Do you understand? I mean, I played enough football like in high school and college to know, especially in high school, when I was playing both ways, your offense ain't getting it done. 3 and out, and I'd have to fucking play defense, and I'm still winded from playing offense. You know what I mean? So in the pros, obviously, most people don't play both ways, but you go over to the bench, you sit down for 3 seconds, you put your oxygen mask on, they're like, get back out there. So they did, their defense did the job. You can't blame them. Jason Myers kicked a Super Bowl record. Nobody even brings this poor guy up. Yeah. You know what I mean? People take this shit for granted. They weren't, he had a 57-yarder, but the rest of them were pretty easy. 5 field goals. That's 2 touchdowns plus to help the Seahawks stay in control, even when the offense wasn't finding the end zone. I was sitting there with my wife going, if you're not a Pats fan or a Seahawks fan, the rest of the country's going, this game sucks. There's no fucking scoring. I what was it, 6-0 at halftime? Yeah, so I was like, this is going to be great because every play is huge when it's that close, but Seattle wore them down, and they're clearly a better team. Seattle Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III, not the second, not the first, not the embryo that had 1,100 yards at Dacom High School, and rushed for 135 yards and 27 carries. I thought he had more than that, actually, earning MVP honors. He also added 26 receiving yards for a total of 161.
He was the best guy around.
The win caps one of the greatest seasons in franchise history, with the Seahawks going 14-3. Okay. Patriots actually had won more games. Maybe it's tied now that they beat us. In the regular season to win the NFC West and earn the NFC's top seed before beating the 49ers and Rams. And let's make this clear, if we're going to do that, 49ers were beat up to shit. Doesn't matter, though. Everybody has injuries, but remember, they were decimated. And Rams in the playoffs to reach the Super Bowl. Sam Arnold was so excited. You don't see white guys do this much after they win. They get excited. I didn't know he had this in him. It's just my imagination. Isn't that crazy? All I ever want is you. I just got to have you. And surprisingly, you know who's singing? Cooper Kupp. Oh, that's some wild stuff, Ed. What were those other Rodney jokes, Dallas? Fuck, there were a couple I hadn't heard of. What's the one you repeated to me?
The Hollywood tour.
I get to L.A., say, I want to take a tour of the Hollywood buses that show you where they took me on a tour where all the extras live. Oh, God damn it. There's some other good ones in there. Anyhow, well, Patriots, let's just wrap it up. Like I said, I'm at the age where really, hey, we've had our fill. And I'm not being, sour grapes. I'm just saying, at my age, you're like, okay. Nobody expect them to be there. By the way, they set a record going from 4 losses to the Super Bowl. Nobody's done that before. Which I thought it would be a good 10, 12 years before they even get competitive again. But they spent a ton of money, if I could spit this fucking cock out of my mouth, a ton of money. And you know what? I'll tell you who disappointed the hell out of me, Diggs. Where was he yesterday? They had him covered, I guess, like a blanket. Then he's fucking mouthing off. And then they said him and Cardi B might have split. Right after the game, they will fight. What a horrible day. I thought he was going to, we needed him, you know. And the two rookies and the offensive line the poor Campbell guy got smoked. Did you see some of those defensive linemen for Seattle? Mother of God. Fast, huge. Fast as shit. Alabama guys that were playing a couple. That's why I love college. And Dallas loves college. We love college football. You watch these guys when they're 19. It's insane. You're like, oh, we'll see him next year. And they step right in and they play like there's no, right? And I had one more take on the Super Bowl. Yeah, so the Pats, they got a bright future. I don't give a shit. If they draft right, like they did when the Belichick was here. What am I forgetting? I had a main point about the Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know. It'll come to me. Boys and girls, you want to support this show, go to nickdip.com. We have a merchandise page, something we only have. No other podcasts have merchandise, or comedians. Nobody has this type of shit. This is exclusive. I'm selling David Tell hats, Robert Klein hoodies, and Robin Williams boots. It's terrific shit. Hats, hood, and it's good stuff. Like I said, I tell my wife, this is the material guys like for T-shirts. Not the shit that turns into cardboard after you wash it. You look like the Tin Man. So, and by the way, I wear that Nick DiPaolo T-shirt to bed with nothing on under it. My wife goes crazy. Yeah. I make her laugh. I reach like I'm closing the curtains and my ass shows. Like Donald Sutherland did. Remember in fucking Animal House when he's banging that young girl? He was like 55 then. Oh boy, you know, he had the fucking wrinkled old white ass. Jesus, that made me laugh. Anyways, nickdip.com. Buy some chit, okay? No Bad Bunny fuck. Oh. Also want to send if you want to send a personalized video to somebody with me, you know, give them a little ribbing or saying, you know, congratulations on the Super Bowl, you left-wing cocksucker. Stuff like that. You know, I'll say what you're thinking so you don't have to, you don't get in trouble. Go to shoutout.us. Shoutout.us.
Hi, good night, everybody.